Hello, how are we all? It's so nice to be here for episode number 10 of the skin education sessions that I'm holding on my Soul Awaken Facebook page and Instagram. And I am so happy to see that Instagram is working today. We have had a little, we're all good on Insta. We had a few technical difficulties, so we're live on Instagram and live on Facebook. So hello Stephanie, nice to see you here. So today is going to be a really information-filled and honestly very useful episode. I'm going to be talking about the most common skincare mistakes and offering you solutions on how you can change and use better alternatives. Now, I'm usually in clinic or in my office, but I've just recently moved and I actually left work a little bit early today, so I'm actually in my bedroom. So if there is any barking in the background, that's just the dogs, so I'm sure you guys will understand. So I'm going to be talking for about 30 minutes. I do encourage any questions if you have them. Just type it into the comment section. I usually do see them. All those love hearts and liking and all that stuff is also appreciated, as I do believe that it gets the video out further and it gets put in front of the people that need to hear it. So with all of that being said, there will be a replay if you don't watch all of this, and at the end of the video as well, I'm going to stick around for any questions and answers as well. So let's get to it. So there are so many videos and topics on skincare mistakes, and honestly I thought I was probably only going to have about 20, but here we are. I have 2 pages. I think there's about 50, so yeah, there's 3 pages. So if we don't get through all of it today, that's fine. We'll just do it for next week's episode. But to begin, I really just wanted to talk about, I've got them all in sections, by the way. So the sections of skincare mistakes I'm going to be talking about are skin function, cleansing and exfoliating, toner and serum, eye cream, moisturizer, masks, sunscreen, other. Said that so Australian. Other. God, I'm laughing at myself again. It's normal. DIY skincare and makeup. So a lot to get through. I'm really excited. So I hope you are too. All right, let's just get into it. So the first topic was skin function. So I'm just going to be reading over my notes here and there. But the first mistake is really just not realizing that your skin is a living organ and it's trying to protect you. And it's really just about not believing in your skin. So this was so important to bring it up first up, because your skin is, everything it's doing it to tell you something. It's going, hey, you're hurting me, or, there's some sort of underlying digestive issue or hormonal issue, or maybe you've been run down, it's your immune system, whatever that might be. Your skin wants to help you, and it will show these signs of attack or impairment or whatever that might be through your skin. And in saying all of that, it actually has the skill to heal itself. So it is regenerative, and if we just give it what it needs, it can regenerate itself. So skin can actually be really, really simple, and it's just a matter of giving it what it needs to function best. So that might be a really good topic for another video, but I just wanted to start with that one. And it really just leads me on to the next point is we often just don't respect our skin and our skin functions. It's an organ of protection, and it helps to regulate our temperature. It's an organ of excretion as well, so waste removal, and we really just have to respect our skin. So it's there for a reason. If we're over exfoliating and doing all those crazy things and not respecting it, spending time in the sun, things will go wrong. So that is a big mistake that I'd love for you to, just to learn and really adopt. And hello, Stephanie. I've got 2 Stephanies watching. How awesome is that? Hello, thank you for joining. So I've got a few on this topic. So not understanding what you're putting on your skin. This is a short one, and it really just comes down to, are you using skincare for a purpose, or are you just using skincare because someone told you it was good, or maybe you read it in a magazine or on Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is. Hello, Mum's watching. I saw you tried to call me during my live. No, that's okay. I'm glad you're here. So yeah, it's really just about using skincare for a purpose. Just think about what you're using. Is it a gift? Because if it's a gift, it probably wasn't picked with purpose. So just think about what you're using and just be really intentional with skincare, because it can, whether it's active or not, it's actually doing a lot to your skin. Maybe good, maybe bad. But yeah, just think about that one. And this is an awesome one. So most commonly, we just don't understand the physiological differences of different parts of our skin. So we kind of have different sections of our skin and skin density. It's going to be maybe more pores on one part of the face versus another. So I'm going to kind of briefly talk to you about those sections. So, we have to realize that on our forehead, our nose, a little bit across the cheek, really depending on how oily you are, and on the chin just here, this is where most of our more of the pores and the sebum is released. So it's generally tougher skin. However, and it kind of gets congested a little bit more. However, this kind of spot here is probably the spot where we're most prone to sensitivity. So you can kind of imagine your T-zone as being the most toughest part of your skin, whereas across the cheeks here is probably the most vulnerable, and also your nose as well. Even though there's an abundance of oil and sebaceous glands, it's protruding, and the sun gets to it, and it's kind of out there and it's usually impaired quicker than anywhere else apart from your cheeks. As we move down to the sides of the cheeks, this is where we become a little bit more dry, and it's usually a more sturdier part of the skin, I like to think. And then we've also got, we've got our eyes. So skin is super thin, very vulnerable, and you don't need as much product on this area because the skin is very, very thin, and it's also very delicate and sensitive. So do be careful bringing the products up. We also have our neck, which is so different. We actually have, I'm going to butcher this, but basically our neck is a little bit more, it's more sensitive essentially. So when we put active ingredients onto our neck, usually we'll have a little bit more of a histamine response, occasionally, or if we're doing more abrasive or in-depth skin treatments. So yeah, do remember that one. So yeah, it's really important to remember that our skin has different physiological differences, and we must respect that. So sometimes that might mean you just need extra moisture on these drier parts or through the neck. You're going to be more gentle, less actives, or less frequently. I hope that one really helps you, because that was something I only learnt when I became a skin therapist. Hello, Jess, and hello, my sleep journey on Instagram. So the next one is, this is a good one. This is very juicy. Is thinking that something has to tingle or hurt or have some sort of physical reaction for it to be working. So have you been there? Have you done this yourself? I think one of the most common is peppermint. We put peppermint onto our lips and we're like, tingles, must be doing something. In a matter of fact, it's really just impairing your skin. Peppermint is terrible for the skin. I know it's in a lot of things, but don't be fooled. I mean, depending on how it's extracted. So we do use peppermint in the skincare range I use, but it's in a way that's not harming the skin. So peppermint straight onto the skin, such as an essential oil, would not recommend. But yeah, it's just that whole idea that something has to hurt or tingle for in order to be working, and that is just so not true. It's kind of like I'd say the most effective skincare, really, you can't feel it. It's because it's being gentle, it's respecting your skin. So yeah, don't make that one. Don't make that mistake, or you'll be giving yourself a very impaired skin very, very quickly. Here's another one, and thinking that your pores need to be emptied. Your pores are going to continuously fill up. They're actually just how things are excreted from your skin. So oftentimes we kind of get confused between blackheads and what is actually just a sebaceous filament, which is the sebum that's coming out of your skin. And water and dirt and grime, but it will fill up continuously. So we don't have to have them empty. We can cleanse properly and exfoliate every now and then, and respect it and make sure it's not getting congested, but we don't want to over kind of empty the pores. It's not really possible. So hope that one helps. And let me know if any of you are watching and you feel brave enough to go, yes, I made that mistake, because I have made so many of these over my time. So that's why they all came to mind, and I see a lot of clients do them as well, and online as well. So not responding to your skin and observing the minor changes. This is a very common mistake, and I think it's just because our awareness level hasn't deepened into the realm of skincare. Give me one moment. I think I just need to... Can you see me better? Oh, that's better. My camera is a little bit foggy. There we go. Should have done that before. But yes, so not responding to your skin. So it just comes down to awareness and knowing what to look for. So if your skin is becoming dry, don't continue doing things that are drying your skin. If your skin is becoming a little bit more oilier than you're used to, maybe just pull back a little bit on the moisturizer. I'm not saying don't apply any, I'm just saying just don't apply as much in the area. Or if you're feeling like your skin's getting red and itchy and irritated, don't use actives on the area. If it's peeling, same thing. So it's just really being aware and responding to your skin, because your skin will never just be the same. I recommend skincare routines to my clients, but I really do try to empower them that once you do go home and it's your daily routine, that you do just kind of have to pay attention and respond. So that's why I have the support that I offer, so they can just message me and be like, hey, what do I do? This has happened. It's kind of about teaching you how to respond. And that would be probably the best skill you could ever learn for your skin. Here's some really juicy ones. So a very big common mistake is actually believing marketing, believing skincare companies, believing really anyone that has a bias around skin. Now, I'm the first to admit that I am a biased source because I have a skin clinic and I do sell skincare. And I think although I am very honest and very upfront and what's the word? Yeah, just very honest. There's a word for it. It's kind of see-through. Let me know if you know the word. Autonomous? No, that's not the word. Anyhow, I'm very honest about the things that I share, but you know, you really have to think about product companies, why they're selling skin, why they're telling you something. Well, they want to sell skincare. So believing every single thing that a product company tells you is a huge, huge mistake. Now, I'm not going to name and shame companies, but I have been to trainings with a skincare company where they're telling me all about transparent. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Stephanie. And thank you, Emma. These are all wonderful. Yes, transparent was the word I was looking for. That feels better. But yeah, so I've actually been at a skincare training where they've told me, you know, they've actually quoted the skin science incorrectly. And I was just like, wow, they really just changing the science to benefit their products. Helen's having a laugh. And Stephanie says, I think I've pretty much made every mistake in the book. Hey, that's totally fine though, and you're learning from it, and I've done it. We've all done it, so we're here to learn. And but yeah, just don't believe skincare companies. Get your information elsewhere. Go to a secondary source. That's kind of where I come in, because I'm kind of like a translator of skin for you guys, because yeah, I'm here to help change skins, and I've had access to many different skincare ranges. And yes, I do sell skincare, and of course I'm going to promote the skincare I sell, but I've only chosen it for the reasons that I have, because it's bloody amazing. No, it seriously is though. I chose it very meticulously and carefully. So yeah, just don't believe them. Second guess everything they say. Do your own research. Look into ingredients, or ask me. Happy to share. Test something on the database that I've registered for. Just to quickly let you all know, I pay for a membership with a cosmetic ingredient database, and basically I can run products through it, or ingredients, and find out what's an endocrine disruptor or what is potentially damaging your barrier, because I'm sorry, but no one knows all the ingredients, so I can do the work for you. I paid for that membership. So yeah, just don't believe marketing, actually, and also don't believe social media influencers, please. Some of them are amazing, honestly, but some are just sharing information that they've perhaps read on a blog, or just passing on information that was incorrect themselves, like incorrect from the first person they heard it from. It's really just about realizing what is primary source information. So is it credible? Is it evidence-based? Is it based on the science? Is it from a biased place? Nurture Body Being, that's amazing, Kat. Love the link that you go for all things skin. Thank you. I love skin and I love to help, so I really appreciate that compliment. But yeah, just question everything, and I think I'm probably going to do another video on that one in the future. That's a whole other topic. Investing into harsh treatments when your skin isn't ready. This is a big mistake, and this isn't just the consumer or the client's fault. This is actually skin therapist's fault. I see this all the time. I have clients in, and they tell me how they haven't had results yet. And I'm like, okay, what have you done? And they're like, I've tried all these things. And they talk to me about the treatments that they've been through. And I'm looking at their skin going, who would do this to your skin when your skin is in this state? Your skin is not ready. So, it's therapists, it's clients. It's just not understanding the health of the skin, essentially. So yeah, it's just about understanding how healthy your skin is, and only doing these more advanced treatments when your skin is ready. So it all comes back to respecting the skin. Incorrect application techniques. Now this is a really interesting one. It's a mistake I used to make, and it's kind of a mistake I fall back into as a bit of a habit. So these little lovely hands. Everyone does it differently, but I'd say probably the best way to apply skincare is, of course, wash your hands first, but actually just apply the skincare into your hands and this is more for a moisturizer. I suppose a serum's a little bit different, but a serum is the same. It's just you got to be quicker with it because it'll run. But with a moisturizer, put it into your hands and kind of pat it onto the skin. You can kind of move around and rub it all in, but I don't want you to be squirting onto your face and then rubbing it around. Some people do the dot technique and then rub it in, but I think this is probably the best method. So kind of emulsify it a little bit and press into the skin. Other incorrect techniques, I guess that really is just the gist of it. I suppose it's not going to make a huge difference, but I just find if you're doing this, you get a more even coverage. So yeah, enjoy that one. And not understanding that all skins are different, and that you're individually prone to different skin conditions. So that is a big mistake. And that's okay. That's totally fine. But we are all different when it comes to our skin. I'll give you some general rules to follow. The general rule is probably so the fairer the skin, kind of the more sensitive, it's not really a real term, but we'll use it. Kind of the lighter the skin, and kind of the darker pigmented skin is generally more tougher and sturdier. However, this isn't always true. But that's the general statement. Kind of the more oilier the skin, the more sturdy. The drier the skin, the more vulnerable. A lighter colored skin is probably more vulnerable to redness and pigmentation, whereas a darker skin, with the lighter skin, we're talking pigmentation in terms of dark spots, basically dark spots, aging and freckles, age spots, I should say. Whereas a darker skin, they have more pigment already in their skin, more melanin. So they aren't so prone to pigmentation, but they maybe are just more prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is those breakout spots which go dark. They're probably more prone to dark circles under the eye, or more prone to things like melasma, which is also a pigmentation disorder. Just manifests a little bit differently, although everyone is prone to that, if you're a female especially. And yeah, it's just about realizing that we're all kind of prone to different things, and just kind of finding out what you're most prone to. Actually, here's another one, a filaggrin gene deficiency. So someone with this filaggrin gene deficiency is prone to textural issues in the skin. Someone who has, let's say, family members that have had acne or hormonal issues perhaps in the past, they might be more prone to acne in their childhood. Now, we all know about epigenetics and that not everything runs in the family, but if you kind of live the same way your parent does, you eat the same way your parent does, and you do the same things that your parent did, you're more than likely going to have the same conditions because of the same experience and having very similar DNA. But acne isn't genetic as such, it's just more about the conditioning. So that's a really, really important one, and I hope you kind of do think of your skin in that way. To use myself as an example, now I'm actually a really random kind of, you wouldn't suspect this, but my mother is Maltese, so European descent, and my father is German, maybe English. So he has a very fair skin, kind of like that redhead kind of gene. And whereas my mum has beautiful dark olive skin with black hair. Well, she'd hate me if I said that, dark brown hair. I've got this very resilient skin on my mum's side and a very vulnerable skin on my dad's side. And potentially more oilier on my mum's and more dry on my dad's. So this combination kind of gives me this individual skin. Now, this is why skins are so different, but this is a great example for you all. So I'm kind of prone to, I have a filaggrin gene deficiency due to my dad, which is basically textural issues, eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis kind of genes. Whereas my mum, she's got beautiful, tough, sturdy skin. I don't think I've ever seen an issue with my mum's skin her whole life. She has no pigmentation. She's got beautiful skin for her age. But then you look at my dad, who's full of pigmentation. He has rosacea. He has a sensitized skin. He has a really light pigmented skin with lots of freckles. So you kind of put these two together and you get this unique skin. So I have pretty normal oil flow, not too dry, not too oily. That's kind of the combination of mum and dad. And then I definitely have the filaggrin gene because I get eczema, I get perioral dermatitis, and I am prone to textural issues. So because I'm prone to textural issues, this means that I'm prone to congestion because it's a textural issue there. But the congestion could also be from several other factors such as diet, lifestyle, oh God, so many things. The amount of omegas, the quality of sebum, all these things. So that's kind of, hello. Someone's walking past. I will keep going. The show must go on. I kind of have this really unique skin type, and that's just like everybody else. So it's really important to remember that our genetics and our parents kind of fuse together, and you'll have an individual skin. So I hope that really helped. And hello Meg, and hello Jen. So wow, we have covered not even, I think we've covered about 1/8 of the skincare mistakes that I wrote out, and it's almost time to finish. Hello Renee. So that's really interesting. I thought we were going to get through a lot more and perhaps all of them, but because I'm offering you guys some insight and thoughts to them, I suppose we can kind of just go on for a while, can't we? What have we got? So the next section is cleansing and exfoliating, but I might leave that one for another video, and I might just come down to the section of, we're going to go the shorter sections right at the end. So on future videos, we're going to talk about everything we mentioned at the start, but I'm going to talk about DIY skincare mistakes and makeup mistakes. So stay tuned for next week, where I'll come on and talk to you all about these mistakes and offer you helpful solutions. Mum's just commented. She said, "Thank you for complimenting my skin." You're welcome. You have beautiful skin. You really do. I hope that kind of helped to really help you realize that your skin is just so unique, and you're not just going to have your mum's skin or your dad's skin. You're going to have a fusion of both. So I do have a tough, sturdy skin, kind of back to this topic. It is tough and sturdy, but it also is a little bit vulnerable as well. So I have kind of a nice balance, let's say, but it's kind of just different for you. And that's why, actually, I'll just let you all know, that's why I encourage skin analysis consultations. So at the moment, I am offering them free. I know, crazy. I'm only going to be offering them free for a period of time, because I do go very in-depth. My knowledge is valuable, and eventually I will charge for these sessions. They go somewhere between 45 minutes and 75 minutes. But really, a skin consultation, I'm able to share this information really individual to you and kind of tell you what you're vulnerable to or what's going on with your skin. So I just thought I'd share that one there. And we're going to finish off this video with a couple more skincare mistakes, and staying tuned for next week. So with DIY skincare, wow, we can make so many mistakes with DIY. We'll go through the ones that I've written down. We won't elaborate, but ingredients like lemon, do not put lemon on your skin, please. It'll cause pigmentation on your skin, hypo or hyperpigmentation, so light spots or dark spots. It's very, very irritating. It's very acidic. Just don't put it on your skin, please. It's very damaging. Ingredients such as sugar and salt scrubs on the face. I see this all the time. They're very coarse. They're very scratchy. They're going to irritate your skin. Please don't make that mistake. Some DIY skincare can be good. The ones I would recommend are things like turmeric and honey masks. Not for the vegans out there, but that's something that if you do consume honey and you have it at home, maybe go towards a Manuka honey. But that's a really nice, safe skincare mask that you could use. So yeah, it's really just about being careful with DIY skincare. Hello, Joe. Also, do not use apple cider vinegar on your face. Please do not. You'll probably give yourself some sort of chemical burn. It's commonly recommended out there. Hello, CJ. And hello, Lauren. So, yeah, apple cider vinegar, just don't listen to people when they talk about it. Maybe it's worked for them because perhaps they have had acne and they've been using really harsh toners in the past, maybe acne toners, which are notoriously not really helpful for your skin. And then they've gone, I'm going to go all natural. I'm going to choose, everything that's just from my cupboard. And then they're using apple cider vinegar and coconut oil perhaps instead of those drying acne ingredients. And then they go, oh my God, my skin is improving. Well, yes, probably is, because you're not stripping it and damaging it with these acne products. Like Proactiv is I've seen so many issues. I've never heard someone tell me that the Proactiv has been helpful. So just a little pro tip. I'm not here to bag them, but that is just my evidence. No one's had a success story in my clinic anyways, from using Proactiv. Don't quote me on that full sentence. So yeah, just don't use apple cider vinegar. You know, you can understand how someone going from acne skincare to natural apple cider vinegar and coconut oil might seem that it's helping, but it's just because it's better from what they were currently doing. It will cause damage to your skin. It's a vinegar, might not be diluted. You know, if you are going to use it diluted, diluted, but just don't use it at all. It really doesn't play a big role in changing the skin. And that goes for things like essential oils. I really don't recommend them on the face. I know there are some companies out there that do recommend them. You know, we're talking about ingredients like lavender and frankincense and a few others, chamomile, maybe a few others. But just honestly, from my experience and my knowledge, I wouldn't personally use them on my skin. Essential oils, remember, they're in an alcoholic kind of volatile formula, and you apply that to your skin, you're going to cause issues. You know, even those more skin-friendly ones, I would use them if they were formulated into a skincare product that was formulated for a reason. So I'll give you an example. Boswellia is an active ingredient that I use in my clinic, and it is an amazing ingredient basically to heal the skin from barrier disorders, and it is extracted from frankincense. So frankincense is fantastic, but when it's in a liposomal formula, so it has a delivery system, it's gentle on the skin, it's helpful in that way. So kind of take that as you hear it. I just wouldn't use essential oils on the face. You might get away with it for some time, but then maybe one day you'll have a really sensitized skin. But then on that note, let me just tell you, you know, if you're going to use any of the citrus family, so geranium, lemon, lime, orange, all of them, geranium, no, not geranium, having a mental blank, but all the citrus family, they cause pigmentation on the skin. If you're going to put it on and then go into the sun, you're going to get pigmentation or at least sensitivity. So no essential oils, please, unless they're in a formula. Hello, Kelly. I'm almost finished my broadcast. I hope all that is watching have enjoyed it so far. I've got a couple more kind of common skincare mistakes and some solutions. But the last one on the D, grapefruit. Yes, Jen, that's so true. Grapefruit and bergamot, that was the one I was thinking about. Yeah, grapefruit, it's also a citrus as well. So coconut oil was my last DIY skincare. We hear so much about coconut oil, particularly a couple of years ago, and it's kind of like this miracle ingredient. Now, in moderation, we have coconut oil in pretty much most of the products in the range that I use, but it is only a tiny, tiny amount because it provides triglycerides for the skin. Now, just remember, I'm going to give you a little tip here. The skin, so our sebum is composed of different types of lipids. So it's not just triglycerides. We've got free fatty acids, we have cholesterol, we have ceramides, and these are in their own unique composition. So if we're, almost had to burp. If we're just putting on just coconut oil onto the skin, we're potentially kind of taking that natural balance out of whack, and we're sensitizing our skin really, really slightly though. So yeah, coconut oil is good. I wouldn't just put it straight on the skin. I actually used it for a time where I was oil cleansing with it, and I'm like, why am I getting a lot of breakouts? And this is before my time in Soul Awaken. I'm like, why am I getting breakouts? I just wasn't taking off the coconut oil. It's too occlusive. Quite commonly, it is comedogenic, so I just don't recommend it for the face. Go for it on your body. Just don't use it as a one kind of option for your skin. It's not going to save everything, and it could potentially be harming your skin as well. So that's just my advice. And because coconut oil is really high in triglycerides and free fatty acids, I believe. So whereas the skin has more ceramides and cholesterol. So that's kind of why it kind of puts everything out of whack. And really, to the last tip, this is all just to do with makeup and big mistakes that we've all made, and I continue to make because makeup isn't my thing, and we all make these mistakes, so I'm here with you guys. And it's really just about using expired makeup, double dipping your makeup, using thick layers of makeup, and just using dirty and old makeup and being a little bit thoughtless with your makeup as well. So I'll cover all of these, but using expired makeup, makeup has to have preservatives in there, and if you're going to use it when it's expired, you're potentially putting pathogens and bacteria onto your skin or onto your eyes, which is even more dangerous. So really, mascara is a big one. Don't use it past, I think, 3 to 6 months. Buy them frequently. Your lashes just do harbour bacteria, and it's not fun. Double dipping makeup, really, that's just about transferring bacteria from your face to your palette, from your face to your palette. So really just try to be thoughtful in that manner. We've also got kind of thick layered makeup. Now, we all kind of inherently know that it's not good for the skin. And hello, Vanessa. We know it's inherently not that good for the skin, but if you really feel like you need to wear thick, heavy makeup, maybe you love that glam full coverage look, and that is awesome. Do your thing, girl. Whereas maybe you're doing it to cover up something underneath. And if that is the reason, I ask you to just consider, maybe let's start helping your skin first. And then you can feel confident to not have to wear makeup, because those thick, heavy makeups are really going to cause you issues. They usually have a lot of emulsifiers in there, and you're going to get that washout effect with emulsifiers, probably for another video. But basically, it's just going to take moisture and lipids from your skin, which are essential for barrier. So essentially, emulsifiers are going to harm your skin in the long run. So more makeup, kind of the worse, especially that thick, heavy, cakey makeup, as in like liquid foundations. Mineral makeup tends to be better, but just keep all of that in mind. No makeup is created equally, no skincare is created equally, and it's just about kind of, putting intention into these things. So if you are struggling, with your skin, and you are wearing thick, heavy makeup to hide, I feel you, I understand, and, I'm here for you. I really do get it. But it's just not a long-term thing that you can really keep up, because there are going to be those days where you're not going to want to wear that much makeup, and it really does affect your self-esteem in the long run. And I just know that if you can feel confident without makeup, you're going to feel more confident in your life in general. And that's probably kind of a nice thing to end this on. It's kind of the reason why I do what I do. I love helping women to feel better in themselves, to be able to have a spring in their step, because they're like, that thing is out of the way. I've taken care of my skin. I can feel better. I can feel healthier, because your skin is what people see. And, like it or not, we judge and we kind of assume someone with a bad skin is unhealthy. So get your skin sorted. Happy to help you. And it's really just why I do what I do. So let's leave it at that one. I've really enjoyed this one. And like I said, I've only gotten through about 1/8 of the content that I wrote down. So looks like we'll be here next week to talk about the biggest skincare mistakes that you could potentially be making on your skincare routine. And let's say next week we're going to talk about cleansing and exfoliating, and perhaps toner and serum. We'll see how we go. So I hope you've all enjoyed tonight. I really love having you all here. Stephanie has said such good insights, keen to hear more. Yes, amazing. Honestly, the other section, so I told you guys that I had other, I think that's honestly probably a whole episode in itself. Hello, Bianca. It's a whole episode in itself, and I think some of those are ones you probably have never heard before. So definitely stay tuned for the coming weeks. Really excited about this. Hope you've enjoyed today. Let me know if you have any questions. Pop them below or just message me. And just remember, if you are watching, I am offering free skin consultations and analyses for a limited amount of time. It's not going to be forever. The information I provide is valuable, so I will eventually charge for them, but at the moment they're free. So if you have a friend or a family member or yourself and you're wanting to get your skin looked at by a professional and given a really good diagnosis, just come see me and I'll help you with that. So might as well do it while it's free. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, everyone, and we'll be speaking with you soon. Bye. Go. Bianca. Oh, I was about to press finish and Bianca's commented, sorry I'm late, can you please load this up so I can rewatch this? I'm very late to this live. No problem at all. This one will go straight to the Facebook page right now and then to YouTube later. All right, bye.